What's going on, guys? Hope everybody's having a great day. It is time to do some more Hydra. We're going to be highlighting a champion that is up for a 2x 10x this weekend, and I'm talking about Glaicad or Glaicad Meltwater. This guy is an absolute Hydra god, like gonna be pretty essential for big damage teams, along with someone else in his faction, Feral. Those two pretty much essential for big damage comps as far as support is concerned. So we're going to talk about his kit a bit. We're going to talk about the gear. We don't have a blessing for him yet, but we can, discuss some potential blessings that you can use on him. Look at the Masteries and then look at some Hydra. He's also great for general content as well with his kit, but the A1 has a freeze, double hitter. This can be helpful somewhere. If the target has 50% HP or less, it can't be resisted, so definitely helpful in arena. On the A2, 50% increased attack on all allies. Also has an 80% chance of placing a perfect veil buff. You can book that up to 100% for 2 turns. Then gives you a 15% turn meter boost, which is huge, right? We love some turn meter boost with some buffs. Great for arena, great for, PvE content as well. On the A3, he has a revive that gives you 40% HP and 25% turn meter. Also places increased accuracy and increased defense on all allies for 3 turns. These buffs will be placed no matter if the allies were revived or not. If no allies were revived by this skill, grants an extra turn. So generally we're going to open with this in Hydra because we're not counting on dying at all. And then go into the A2. We start off with 4 solid buffs, which is why we're going to be using him in protection, primarily for that damage boost we get from protection, in addition to this damage boost that we get from his passive, which allies under perfect veil placed by this champion deal 10% more damage. So we get the 10% from there, plus all of the buffs is going to give us an additional 20%. But aura in all battles, he's got a speed aura 19%. It's pretty decent. It's not amazing, also not terrible. We are going with 9-piece protection on him for the sake of this big damage boost we get at 9-piece plus 75% chance to place protected buffs. These are total stats that we are getting in Hydra. So he has okayish HP, decent defense, decent speed here. The resist and accuracy is not really important. We're just getting a ton here from area bonuses and faction guardians and things like that. We don't necessarily need it for this. Just decent speed so he can come back around to his skills pretty quickly. Make sure we keep the buffs up. Make sure we can revive anybody if we need to. And, some okay defense and HP. HP could be quite a bit higher, but this is a somewhat modest build to what can be accomplished on this account. So 9-piece protection, definitely the best way to go for him if you are building for Hydra. For arena, you might want to go with something different. For general purposes and PvE content, if you want to, I don't know, use him in Doom Tower, you need some help progressing. If you're progressing and you got lucky enough to pull this guy, you're probably not going to have 9-piece protection, but protection set still very strong no matter where you're using him. As far as the blessings go, we don't have one at the moment, but something that you could use. Let's say you're not using 9-piece, you're using them just in general content. You could definitely use something like emergency heal if you just so happen to get a blood shield from CVC or something like that. That's a decent blessing you could go with. Also for arena, if you don't want to go with 9-piece, you could take something like lightning cage so that his buffs are protected, or sheep obviously is probably one of the more popular ones for arena. But other than that, he doesn't really do any heals or anything, which is the interesting thing about this champion is that, like, the masteries, from the masteries and the blessing, you're not really getting a ton that contributes to what he does specifically. So you can feel free to take whatever you need, especially if you're using him in arena as well. You might elect to take something like intimidating presence as well. That's always helpful if you don't have someone with it already in your comp. But there's not really one blessing in particular that is going to put him over the top. Similar thing to like his masteries, right? We don't need accuracy, so we don't really need to go down that side, right? Unless you Absolutely want it for the freeze, even though if they have 50% or less HP, it's a pretty much a guaranteed freeze. If you land it, it can't be resisted. So, and he's not doing healing, so we don't really need any of this as well, which is kind of why I went the way I did. So down into Cycle of Magic. Of course, we take Lore of Steel as well, but we need Lasting Gifts so we can extend the duration of all his buffs. Take Timely Intervention so that he gets some turn meter. If someone, drops below 25% HP or dies, he can kind of cut in, maybe get the revive in. And then down the defense tree, I was kind of torn between taking the res or the defense. Ended up just going with the res for now. But you can elect to take this extra 75 defense. Rejuvenation, down into Cycle of Revenge, Retribution as well. You can also take Solidarity, but I wouldn't necessarily take this over maybe Lore of Steel unless you take these two and then don't take Delayed Death. But who doesn't take Delayed Death? Most people do, right? So that is the build. Those are the masteries. This is the champion. Let's go into Hydra and see what he can do. So first, what we're going to do is do a few turns with a team without Glaicad and just see, how much damage we get. So obviously I have Toshiro in. We're going to pretty much monitor Toshiro damage over the course of, let's just try to kill these 4 heads and see, exactly how much damage we get out of Toshiro from killing these 4 heads. We have, decreased defense, weaken, HP burn. We got Hex. We got decreased speed. We got a little bit of turn meter boost, but barely. Actually, I don't think we have any turn meter boost in here right now. But when we use Glaicad, he's going to provide us with some turn meter boost. So we do have the Veil from Duchess, so it's going to help us out a bit. But let's just try to kill these 4 heads really quickly. Let's, go no more than a few minutes. We got HP burn up on everyone. This guy's going to get reflect damage in a bit. So let's go ahead and alt form here and smack. So he gets to reflect damage, yada yada. We don't have a way to remove that right now. I guess I should have brought someone in to do that, because that reflect could kill us. Actually, let's go ahead and Mikage for the help. Shout out to Mikage. And let's just see like how many turns it takes us to actually get these heads down. That's going to be a bit RNG dependent as well. Increase attack and Veil from Duchess. We could actually put Pain Link up on the boss. That's amazing. Get Hex back up again. And, it's not taking us too many turns to get these guys down. Okay, Toshiro with a smack there. And, okay, all of the heads are down now. Let's see exactly how much damage we're going to be able to get up on these guys. This ally attack over here. Make sure we don't get decreased speed up. Maybe Venus will have... No, she does not have decreased defense weekend yet. So we almost don't benefit at all right now from the heads being decapitated. Let's get Hex up. And 2 come back already because we killed 1. Thank you, Polarium, for the Hydra changes. They are awesome. I don't know that he's going to come back around. Let's just hit one of these heads. Let's see how much damage we get when they, all revive. All right, we come back around to decrease defense, weaken. Maybe I will. Okay, Toshiro A1, 789k. He doesn't have increased attack at the moment. So, all right, he has increased attack. Is he going to go before this head? All right, let's see just how much he hits this one for, because this one is force. He'll probably weak hit. So that was like 1.73 mil, which is not terrible. Not terrible at all. And we still have 1 decapitated head here. 1.1 mil, no weak hit, solid. And that head should spawn back now. And a minute, it does have decreased speed on. Okay, so 14 turns, 4 minutes in, 33 mil. Let's go now and see what Glaicad or Glaicad is going to bring. So we're going to take Duchess out and we're going to bring him in. We'll put him in lead. And let's just see. How long does it take us? How many turns does it take us? I'm going to pretty much do the same thing that I did before. Make sure I get buffs up on everybody. A3 into A2 with him so that we can get the damage bonus up. Let's try to get decreased speed up as much as we can as well. Decrease defense weaken up here. Let's get Hex up here. And then we'll start with Toshiro A3. They're doing some pretty good damage. Let us start to break down these force heads because Toshiro's not going to be able to really break them down himself. Not really worried about the head of mischief much because he's going to pretty much die from hex damage. So they now have poison cloud up. So let's get HP burn up some more. And let us metamorph here. Make sure we keep that decreased defense up. He just got the reflect damage. So Mikage, we need Mikage to come around. It's A1 here. Solid A1 from Toshiro. Mikage should be able to, get that off for us. Let's get those buffs back up. Toshiro's got a decent amount of buffs right now. I'm not sure if Mikage is in protection as well. Would be great if she was. Let's go ahead and hit this head, get some damage up over there. Okay, solid damage right now. So we got one head dead already. I'm gonna actually save the decreased defense weaken this time for when we have all of the heads decapitated. Weak hit there, unlucky. Try to at least get hex up on the ones that's already decapitated. Try to get them back. So we got plenty of damage quickly. And we still have some of these buffs up from Glaicad. Let's extend the buff duration. Can do that. And now we're just really waiting on Toshiro to come back around to see exactly how much damage he's gonna do and get decreased speed up. All right, A3. Yeah, it's pretty much smacking. Yeah, we're way above. We're already on track to be way above what we were at. And I know it's because I had decreased defense weaken while I decapitated all the heads. But it was just that much more efficient, guys. I could definitely redo the first one again, but I don't feel like it's necessary. You can definitely see the difference in damage that this guy is bringing right now. And we probably will get what we have Veil up. We could do a little damage right now to this head. Yeah, she's not going to come back around. They're going to get it cleansed, but that's fine. But yeah, under turn count, under time, we're already way over the damage. Like, I mean, not way over. We're not like 100 mil over, but we're significantly over and pacing for way more. So he's clearly bringing a lot of damage to the table. So if you had any questions about, pulling for this champion, you definitely should. Glaicad, great champion, guys. As you saw, he is definitely providing a damage bonus, right? The situation, the setup was similar. I get wasn't ideal to not have decreased defense weaken in that first run on all of the decapitated heads, but still a significant boost from the protection set bonuses as well as his passive bonus. So I would 100% go for this champion this weekend. If you have some sacreds, it is a 2x opportunity as well. So many people probably going to be trying to take advantage of that. And if you get lucky enough to pull him into 10x as well, like, it's just all the more better. So I would definitely not like look away from this. This is definitely Polarium trying to say, hey, this is a Hydra champion for you. We know Hydra is trash right now because we messed it up. So pray that you get lucky to RNGs this. We're giving you an opportunity. They don't give us much for free, but at least they're giving us an opportunity to get the champ. I could ask for a lot more, but at the same time, what more could I ask for? That's going to be all for this one, guys. Hopefully this video helps somebody out. Thank you for watching. As always, be sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Leave me a comment down below, guys. It would greatly help me out as well, and I would appreciate it. Until next time, be good and be well.